Hello, my name is Miguel Garcia, a New York City native. My goal is to explore, find, and celebrate these hidden seeds inside the Big Apple's core. Take this journey with me.
Yo, we're back in the building at 5 in the morning. I didn't care. We had a whole other party out here. Because it was 15, he couldn't get out, but we got broken strip club. So enough.
What year was that?
This was,
we gotta have a timeline.
Yeah.
Some people were challenged.
Yeah, Chris Brown, that record was that 02, 03? I'm bad with shit like that. I'm bad with timing. Cause at that time shit was moving. Like shit was moving. So listen, y'all look back, whenever that came out, I had that shit first. Downright John Riggins to tell you, I had it first. But they had to give enough the credit for breaking the record.
Okay, why? Because he was
on the radio. Couldn't say he broke this 15-year-old record in the strip club. What I will say is DJ Webstar used to be in here as a minor. I used to sneak him in here all the time.
Okay, so you just go up a little shit.
Chicken noodle soup. Put that right in my hand. Somebody else, real talk, somebody else put them through. See, that's the other thing. And I'm not gonna say Golden Lady, I was notorious for bringing the youngsters up. My man June all year now, God bless him, on the phone with him 2 days ago. June was 17 in the club, throwing mad money. Little nigga, sneaking him in. And now he doing what he doing. Webstar, little nigga. Webstar chain on around his neck in the DJ booth with me. Web had to be 16. Funny thing, Web tell you the story. Everyone in the Webstar say, Webstar, tell me how you get Golden Lady. He's gonna bust out laughing and say, yo, my Uncle Sweet Music, and he gonna tell you the story.
This place, when we hear this, you know what I'm saying, and these stories just bring some good memories.
Yeah, you getting a whole lot of shit nobody else ever got. You like,
I mean, well, we're like that.
Yeah.
We're like
we got different history.
I would say this, do you know the origins of exotic dancing?
I don't care.
Now why is that?
Because when you start having them conversations, everybody want to be right. Then you go into exotic dancing. Then you go into Arabian dancing. Then you go into belly dancing. The reason why I never cared, because early on in the game, everybody wanted to characterize it as something. We can go back to strippers and exotic dancers. Everybody wanted to characterize it. No, let these girls do what they do. How you get your money is how you get your money. That's another thing that made Golden Lady different. I would take a chance on a girl that looked crazy to walk in, because I was able to see past that. I had a saying, got it from an old man. Funny shit in America, but it's an old saying. I could put a wig on a pig and get her a gig. And I ran with that.
Now, hold on, time out. Now, tell me that ain't some pimp shit right there.
But I got it from the OGs. He said, yo,
of course,
I can put a wig on a pig and get a gig. Basically what it means is that if you could see past the descriptions now, and you took an outfit, got a hair right, got a nails done, go pair of shoes, it'll be different.
Take the work.
I went through a lot of those. Made them superstars.
Let me tell you, man, and it's the reason why I asked you that question. And I would say, man, the women are so powerful. I actually read something as far as the origins of exotic dancing. Right?
Yo, did he really just look up the origin of exotic dancing?
This is real talk.
He really went to college on it.
This is real talk, and I'm gonna trace this back. And I'm saying to biblical terms and whatnot. Really, there was a Jewish princess that had a daughter who performed an exotic dance for a king, right? He got so aroused and so open that he wanted to pay her and give her whatever she wanted. Do you know what she asked for in return?
Don't give me the dread story shit.
She wanted John the Baptist's head to be beheaded on a table. No money. She wanted somebody's head chopped off. And, it happened.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Audience, people that's looking at this, he just took this shit somewhere else completely. But I'm not mad about it, because I just learned something. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Look it up. Just do your Google.
For you to even go Google that and look that up, it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And I also just like wanted to go back and let the people know, you know what I'm saying, that you had control of that. And that's what makes you so legendary. Because as you can see, his hand is not on the table.
Yeah.
So I commend you for that.
I ain't gonna lie. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'd have read that part, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now. That would have been my exit right there. Like, yo, word, yo, he cutting his heads off for this shit. Nah, I'm good. He's gonna play these records at a little club called Oasis, call it a day.
You know, let me tell you to the audience, excuse me if I did not articulate that the right way, but do your Googles, read it for yourself. That's actually out there, man. That's documented.
People literally on their smartphones right now thinking this up like, yo, he's right.
Yo, and I'm gonna tell you, like, let's go to this right here. Let's just go away from the whole strip thing for a minute. Now, is there a stigma attached to you as a DJ because of that?
Yeah. Not so much now, but like I'm just getting out of that. Like maybe.
So you're just breaking out of that?
Yeah,
now?
I'm just getting out of that like 5, 6 years ago. Let's use an example. Fashion 40.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell y'all first about him too, just so y'all know. Today, everybody's on the skillet. Remember they like yesterday. The first time I played in Fashion 40. It was him and the owner Steve. You were Steve.
Black owner.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all was the DJ thing. Y'all was on. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I was so far ahead of them. My first time they was like, might not work. And I seen their faces because everybody go down there. Shouts to my dude LA Love. Go down there and kill it. Shouts to everybody. Goldfinger. Everybody go down there and do what they do. But they did what they did. I read the crowd, so I went there. That day they was like, yo, I think you played too much old stuff. They want me to play some newer stuff. But I'm reading the crowd, and I'm seeing 2 for 1 iced teas. I'm seeing 2 for 1 gin and juices. I'm not seeing anybody doing 2 for 1 Hennessy's. So this is an older crowd. So I want to see different movement. I mean, y'all had the 2-steppers. No, I want the party.
Right.
So I'm gonna keep it 100 with them.
He's going into my history a little bit. This is about him, though.
Yeah, but this what I mean about strip club,
right?
Regular club. Yo, he's a strip club DJ. He can't do downtown. What I'm looking at is upstairs is more to, sit down, cool out,
conservative,
dance later. Downstairs moving. I'm hitting them. Do I do TV One? I'm hitting them. Then when I be like, yo, we ain't gonna play the new stuff. At that point, I didn't care because they moving. And until they stop moving, I'm gonna stay right here. And I won't even say that I was right. My thing as a DJ, when I vision what I'm doing, is if there's 100 people in there and there's 80 moving, there's no need for you to move. Stay right there. That means they like it. Don't listen to her over here that want to hear, yo, play Cardi B right now. Because that ain't the move right now. That's what you want to hear with your little 5 friends. But 80 people downstairs are moving to God, grooving. I remember your face, yo, like, you're all right, but...
this is a true story, and, what, and thanks for being informative on that. Like, a lot of other DJs, man, pick up on that right there. Pick up on that, that's the real deal.
They was like, yo, he ain't it. They was like, yo, he not it. And then we gonna go down, and I'm gonna tell you the other side of that story.
But did you get a slot after that?
Oh, y'all got a slot. But y'all wasn't impressed that day. Y'all was like, I don't know, is he worth what we gotta give him? I really don't know.
Now, I would say that we are guilty, of having that whole mindset when it came to thinking of the type of things you were into as far as being the gentleman's club DJ.
It wasn't but you, but Steve was on it. See,
I was kind of guilty of that too.
Yeah, but remember, when I met Steve, this was where Steve met me from. Because that's when we were up in Bungalow, and Bungalow was coming out of here.
That's right.
So, in his mind, and then the way we was moving in Bungalow, because when we left the strip clubs over here, we all came to Bungalow. So I walk in Bungalow, 15 bitches, end of the night, you was going home, we was in there partying, 7 in the morning. So, in his mind, at will, he can do this all day long.
It works.
You was another curve. You was just because you was in here and you knew Nez. Like, You knew the history of me. Like, you knew, yo, he won that club over there.
That's right, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, like, best times.
I ain't around nobody yet that had a bad time at Golden Lady.
Now, I want to talk about, like, you know, like more of things that you're doing from on a current basis. You know, I mean, I know that with this whole pandemic, the pandemic that's going on right now, excuse me, because that's what I believe. You know,
out of control.
Being, you know, with that said or whatnot, you know, how are you able to maintain, you know, as far as like entertaining folks, like what are you into?
Well, let's just start with the beginning of COVID, so you can understand the full answer. Before COVID kicked in, I had knee surgery on my knee from a car accident. So I was already down 2 months. Like, I was literally home for 2 months. Couldn't do nothing. So maybe, oh, we get water too? Look at this. Look at this. Sponsored by Wesley Water.
Thank you, sir.
So I was already down for 2 months. So I remember the timeline like it was yesterday. So when COVID first got in the news, where it was like, yo, this is bad, it was like March 4th, March 5th. So I seen it coming. I was just hopping around, but I couldn't really get around. I was able to, like, you know, get here and there, but I was still in pain. So I couldn't really go anywhere. So I said, yo, this is gonna be bad the way they're talking. This might be the first time in my life where I said, yo, this is gonna be bad. Usually when I hear shit like, yo, if it happened, it happened. Yeah. I'll wait till it happens. I'm not worried about potted meat and all that. This shit, I'm like, yo, this could really be something serious. They saying, yo, people dying from this shit. And I ain't gonna lie, financially I wasn't set. A lot of people ain't gonna tell you. A lot of people be like, yeah, I had money saved. No. It was like, yo, what I'm gonna do. One of the reasons, she'll love this part. One of the reasons my son mother can get 95% of my attention no matter what is for the fact that she never folded. Don't get me wrong. She give me hell here and there. But when it's time to lock down, she never fold. Her words was like, I got us.
You want to give her a salute right now?
Yeah. So salute to Aisha. You know I'm still mad at you, right? You know that. But we're gonna discuss that later.
Aisha, I'm gonna get into that later.
But nah, she was like, yo, I got it. And don't get me wrong, she make enough money. But I still want to have my own, and we still had things that, you know, we were doing. So it's like everything came to a halt. The important part was making sure Carter was good. And I said, I got that. You don't got to worry. I'm a homeschool him. I got it. And she's like, I'll play the joke all day long. So she's like, that might not work. But she's thinking from an educated person, and she got four masters. So she's looking at it like, okay, you're in the streets all the time. I got 4 masters, but you gonna homeschool them? What she forgot was all the stories about me being a knucklehead in school, but still passing the test. Like, I was going to curse teacher out and get sent home, come back 2 days later, pass the test. That's how it got over. I've never had a day of summer school, never had a day of night school, never got left back.
Now, we're not advocating that, you know, that...
No, not at all, not at all.
You know, to your youth out there, you shouldn't act this way.
Yeah, good education. But
you know, he was one that got away.
Yeah. There you go. But
all right.
Carter was, I gotta make sure Carter good. And through God graces, we got through that. But when the clubs closed down and everything was shut down, that was my time to reinvent myself. How do I get this money if we can't go inside the building? So I was already ahead of tents, chairs, and here's the reason why. You've seen it. How many old school jams you been to, and I'd have made a VIP area outside?
Plenty.
So my thing was, if I got a spot and took some palm trees, which just they sell in the back of Walmart or in Home Depot, and I put some area furniture out, do a tent up, and weigh the tent down, you could eat right there. So what if I sat there and took 5 tents and took 2 propane grills right there and just, you know, I do my cooking thing too, chef it up, everybody eat, charge them. My man, God bless him, JD. You know JD.
Jonathan Davis.
Yes.
Okay.
Saved my life.
Salute to him, man.
Saved my life.
Good guy.
Good dude. And you know what's funny? I can tell you a few guys say, yo, Sweet, watch him. Opposite. That dude during the pandemic saved my life. What he did, because he was still running around, he was essential. He was like, yo, Sweet, I always see you, making the meals and stuff, cooking. Yo, me and the guys downtown, yo, we be wanting to eat. Why don't we pay you and you make our food? I'll come get it or you bring it down, we gonna pay you.
You know, but that's a testament right there to like how creative we are as a people. That's how this came about right here. They stopped us in one area, but we're gonna figure out a way. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? We're gonna stop the show, but now we're gonna talk about the show.
Right.
Now we're gonna talk about our history, because our stories is legendary.
Yeah.
And just to like get back to you, as far as like your legendary story, you're not only a legend because of the wonderful things that you've done as far as providing your service, here at the Golden Lady, but it's also because you are a giver.
Yeah.
And it's one thing about you, since I've known you, you've always done for people. Never really talked about money, man. It's like you just do it from the heart.
I don't care about money. I never care about money.
And that's what makes you unique, man. And that's what also that adds to your legend. So it's like I want to give you a fist bump on that, my brother. You know what I'm saying? It's love.
Appreciate it.
Listen, you've been there. You've been there for me.
You've been there for me as well.
You've been there for each other, man. But it's like I appreciate you for that.
Exactly. And you put me in places that nobody even thought of. It's people that walk by with situations and you're like, nah. Yo, come on, get this money.
That's right.
I appreciate that.
That's right. Because not only did I respect your story, your talent, I also know your heart.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
And it's rare when you could actually find somebody that's really down for what you're doing.
Appreciate that.
So that goes a long way, man. And that's what's meeting a real person.
Yeah.
That's a rarity out there.
Yeah, that's going.
But saying that that's a rarity, I'm saying that so you could just take that opportunity, to either become real yourself and to breed more realness out there.
I took a few of those losses too, right? The pandemic showed a few colors. I was seeing red.
Imagine, man.
I was seeing red, and they were seeing blue. We wasn't even on the same block.
But you know what? You're gonna rise above that all, man.
I did.
I want to say this, man. It's like, where can the folks find you?
Right now? With COVID? Nowhere. I'm home, dying right now. Now, thankfully, through what's going on now, we were able to get the outside dining. So the main thing I'm focusing on now is El San Juan. Kid we grew up with named Tito, he obtained that along with my man Raul. And what's funny is the owner I was doing business with Jack and didn't even know it. So me and him sitting down when we finally broke bread, I'm talking to him and didn't know that he had owned another situation that we had in the back of Arms Point. He's a part of it, I didn't even know it.
So did you say 6 degrees of separation?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man. Yeah. Sat down with him, it's like, came right back around, it's like, how did we get here? So I've been focusing on that. You was at brunch last week, so you already know what it is.
Had a good old time. And
outside.
listen, and if you catch the segment right here, like, I don't know, did you give a location? I don't think you gave a location.
Oh, El San Juan, 1429 Fifth Avenue.
But they could also find it on your social media.
Yeah, I'm all over that, yeah.
Now, do you go live on your social media as well?
Oh my God, you really want to go look at that?
No, absolutely.
It depends on what day you catch me.
Hey, listen, like,
sometimes
your lives is crazy, man. Entertainment.
I'll say this, because I get business people that get it. They like, listen, you'll go in there sometime, we're gonna find some serious stuff. Other time he's joking and playing around. Other time it would appear that he's chasing coochie, but what it really be is that I'll find some derogatory shit and it's just hilarious to me. So I'll put it up. It's really shock factor. And that's one of the things the Golden Lady got me that far, was the fact that like, I would listen to, like, back in the days, the shock jocks on TV, the chocolates on the radio, and they was winning because they pushed that envelope. You know what I'm saying? Listen to Storm Buck Wild. Only like listen to see how far you gonna go this morning. That's all it was in Golden Lady. Yo, sweet music. How how far are you going to go tonight? That's what made the whole aura in Golden Lady. How far are you going to push it?
Listen, we understand like there's some sensitive folks out there, you know. So I mean, if you're sensitive, of course, you know what, this type of content may not be for you or whatnot. But I would say this: for those who are not sensitive, and for those who have a sense of humor, please check this man's page out.
Yeah, you'll find.
Get in your social medias, please.
Instagram DJ Sweet Music. If you go on Facebook, I try to water it down a little bit because it's more family on there than it is on Instagram. But Instagram, DJ Sweet Music, straight word. Facebook, let me get it right, 'cause I don't want to lie to you. It's Sweet Music Dorian Benelli. So it's Sweet Music Dorian Benelli. So it's my full name after Sweet Music. Reason why I had a page a long time ago. Me and girl broke up. She broke up my shit. I had to get a new page. So sometime you may see that page. That page been going for like 7, 8 years, but it still come up. But the Sweet Music Dorian Benelli, that's the page. You'll see me. My 50th jump off. I'm in a blue suit. That's the page you go with.
My brother, listen, man, I know we could do this forever. But I know we got to close out right now.
This is going to definitely be a part 2.
This definitely going to be a part 2,
part
man.
4.
As a matter of fact, there's one I didn't touch on, but I was like so curious about this. I was curious about this. Something else that I looked into. I Googled, it appeared, right? There was a certain dancer who went on to sell millions of records, right?
Here we go.
I'm not gonna say any names, right? But I would say this.
You want the short version?
I would say this, right? This person, who we know as the pit bull in the skirt, I heard she was actually a pit bull in the thumb.
She was.
Okay.
She was.
Can we touch on that on part 2?
Yeah, we definitely can. You want something funny? Just say, no, you're in the first one.
Alright.
So you know I'm not gonna give you a political answer. But I did Robin Leach with her. She was on Lifestyles of the, what was it? The
Richard Famous.
Yeah, but it was the Rag to Riches version.
Okay.
So it wasn't like
the remix.
Yeah, it was the people that was in the dumps and then they rose success. She was on it. And they came to Golden Lady, cameras up, and sat right in here on stage and interviewed me for 2 hours. And damn near begged me to throw her under the bus. And I just wouldn't. Like, they was really digging for it. But yo,
I'm sure she could appreciate that integrity right there.
He was a dope person. We'll touch on it, you know, when we come again. But
she comes across that way, man. Salute to her, man.
Everybody, you know, got it from somewhere.
Anybody you want to salute out there, man, before we close out?
First of all, salute to you, my brother. Like,
oh, thank you.
Like this here. This, you know, it's funny. This is something that we talked about for a long time, and we finally got it done. And just the funny shit is that we out here right now in the middle of the street next to Golden Lady, that's now a charter school. It's crazy. In the middle of a pandemic.
The pandemic pushed us on. They made this thing happen. Right?
Yeah.
That was the
and that's what I mean about how I sat home and, you know, me and you in a conversation one day over Instagram is like, yo, this is the time right now to do it.
That's right. You was the first person, you know what I'm saying, that I actually like engaged. With this whole thing. Like, you know, it's funny because like we are all connected. 2 days later, Billy gave me a call. Like, you know what we should do? We should just go around, you know what I'm saying? Like, Billy, talk to key people. You know what I'm saying? It just like, and make sure that we put this on video.
Right, definitely.
And here we are, we're making this happen. Salute to you folks out there, man. I'm glad you're watching, man. Like, you tuning in, you're hearing our stories. Like, this is what I'm talking about.
And y'all see me social distance, right? See?
That's right.
See? So we do, social distance.
We're keeping it distant.
At the brunch, we social distance.
We're respecting the code. To all my good folks out there, thanks for tuning in. Like, you hear these legendary stories, this is actually what we mean by being the seeds of the Big Apple. So big shout to the hidden apple seeds. Thanks for rocking with us. Peace out and stay safe out there.